Let's talk about game development tutorials. There are a plethora of online resources with a variety of content forms that exist to help both new and existing game developers and programmers like you and me digest new information and learn our ways around frameworks and engines like Unity, Godot, Bevy, Unreal Engine, and you get the point. These tutorials are all created with the intention to teach people how to do things faster and in a more digestible form. However, there is a huge problem with modern game development tutorials, and I'm going to explain to you why. Now, just a disclaimer, I have nothing against tutorials. They are a great way to learn things when used correctly and made correctly, and I definitely encourage their careful creation. Hell, even I create tutorials on my own channel which are by no means immune to the ramblings I'm about to unleash upon you. However, there are several underlying issues which group together to contribute to the overarching huge problem I'm talking about. These issues are a pitfall that both tutorial users and their creators alike fall into whether they like it or not. If you agree or disagree with me, it doesn't matter, but we can chat in the comment section and come to an agreement. Make sure to subscribe if you found this video interesting and stick around to the end because I have a lot to share in this video. The first major problem applies to the irresponsible digestion of tutorials by the people seeking them out. Now, I know this first point has been talked about quite a bit in the online community. It is generally not good to copy and paste code without knowing what it does. Many tutorials provide ready-made textual documents that people can copy and paste freely. While I believe this is actually a very great thing because it lends more flexibility in the way that more seasoned users can just read the code and understand it, as well as removing the inconvenience of pausing and slowing down to write code. You have to remember that humans are lazy, and I mean lazy. I know both from personal experience and from seeing this particular story repeat itself in several tutorial comment sections. Oftentimes people will just copy and paste without knowing what the code means. You might think, wow, this is really convenient. Look, I've already got everything in the tutorial done and look how much time I've saved. The obvious downside is that you have learned nothing from the tutorial, which sort of removes the whole point of the tutorial, and you now have an inflexible piece of software or system that you do not know how to extend or change. Unless you want to publish the exact program from the tutorial, you have accomplished nothing. If you think that was bad, some people will just sit at home twirling their thumbs and comment something like, "Post the source code please." Oftentimes they will even complain that I did everything and have all the code right, but it just doesn't work. While sometimes this is due to the tutorial just straight up being bad or outdated, or your system just has some weird stuff going on, most of the time it is because they didn't go carefully through the video and tried to take the easy way out. Believe me, I actually made many of these pitfalls that I listed here personally while starting out. Alright, enough with the obvious stuff. The second problem that I found to be quite common relates to the actual creation of the tutorials themselves. So you can cut yourself some slack here and watch me bash the tutorial creators. The first most obvious problem that I bet a lot of you have experienced yourself at some point is when creators drag out the length of the video far beyond the time it actually takes to explain the subject matter. While the game dev community usually doesn't drag videos out as much as other communities, this is still a pretty common issue. I know this annoys a lot of people, and I would urge creators to make more concise and to-the-point content. Don't become too greedy with your watch hours. In the end, your audience is still the most important thing. Staying on this same line of thought, there are many long-form tutorials on the internet, spanning hours and sometimes even days long through separate videos. While some topics might truly be extremely complex and hard to explain in a short period of time, I think there are definitely more efficient ways to learn than watching a tutorial drag on for such a long time. Even if you understand the code being presented in the video, I think there's a large chance you won't learn to make things on your own by meticulously following these super long tutorials. Of course, you have to remember that I'm not always right either. It just doesn't seem to work in most cases, which is just in my experience. Maybe it works for you, which is great. Now, on another more serious note, something that makes me kind of a little bit angry is when people create no coding tutorials. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not talking about engines or frameworks that rely on visual scripting such as Bolt in Unity or gdevelop. I'm talking literally about when they encourage people to not learn how to code at all. These tutorials can teach people really horrible habits and ways of implementing things without coding. Either that, or they force people to install thousands of extensions that do the work for you. Now, before you spam me with "work smarter and not harder" in the comment section, I'm going to interject that keeping your project minimal in extensions is the best way to both keep it stable as well as be able to understand what is going on within your project. I have nothing against using extensions and libraries and find them to be great. However, you should probably avoid overusing them and only use them when you need to. These tutorials might also provide a link to a script asking you to just take it as it is. You don't understand what the script will do, so it might not even work the same way. You could end up wasting a lot more time because these people were too lazy to explain what exactly they're teaching you to make. Even if you succeed with following one of these tutorials, you'll always have to learn to code eventually. It's just an unavoidable part of game development. Putting it off until the last moment is just foolish. The third issue that troubles me is when people don't know the right time to look for tutorials. To start this topic off, let's talk about an extremely important tool which is often overlooked by people who search for tutorials. This tool is, of course, documentation. Oftentimes we can figure things out without even watching any tutorials. Documentation can help us understand how to use functions and features which are created by the creators of those features and functions themselves. I know that documentation oftentimes mostly relates to programming, so if you want to know how to learn to use the UI of the engine itself, tutorials could be useful, but if you can access documentation of the specific function or feature you're trying to figure out, it will most likely be way more reliable and to the point compared to even a short and concise tutorial. Although not even documentation is perfect and cannot teach you how to make big projects, I would much rather look at documentation than watch even good tutorials online. It's just much more convenient, reliable, and requires much less effort to find, which obviously leads to better production time and just overall experience. Now, this is a good time to talk about how people shouldn't completely rely on tutorials. Although they can be great for learning how to do things, relying completely on them is only going to lead to more and more tutorials until you finally give up when you find an issue that can't be solved with a tutorial. This is when you should take matters into your own hands. However, this might not even be possible if you haven't built up an understanding of what exactly you're working with. In other words, you've been so reliant on tutorials up to this point that you can't really think for yourself. More than half of programming and game development is just brainstorming solutions or workarounds to constant issues which are bombarded at you while you sit and take the pain. You have essentially been using cheat codes in a video game. When it's finally time to beat the game regularly, you will struggle a great deal in doing so because you don't have a solid understanding and familiarity with the game. My final point I'm going to make before ending this video is quite simple. It's also one of the most important. Almost everyone has experienced this at some point in their own life. I'm talking about motivation and the will to get up from procrastination, laziness, and all the other things pushing you down in life. I'm talking about actually having the strength to sit at your computer free from distractions to work on your own project. No human is perfect and we are bound to become unfocused and lazy. In fact, I went through a phase where I could do nothing but play video games in my free time. I was just so exhausted from the things happening outside of my free time, which was already pretty exhausting given game development is not easy. This gave me an excuse to be lazy and neglect my hobbies, even my studies. Something you can do to fix this is to set up a specific goal for yourself. Complete a section of your project in a week. Post another video about your progress on YouTube. Honestly, I probably shouldn't have saved this point for last. I know that not a lot of you are going to see this, but keep going. Break away from your chains and actually work on your project. Guys, I know this is a little different from the usual content I make, so make sure to give me any suggestions in the comments below. If you watched all the way to the end of this video, I really appreciate it. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe. Have a good day, and I hope this video helped you out.